All right, welcome to this kettlebell band fusion class. So what you're going to want for this one is a lighter pull-up / jump stretch band and a medium one or a heavier one. I've got a light and a medium. You might need heavier, depending on your strength. So that all depends, but you probably want at least 2 of these. And then if you happen to have them, I've got a light kettlebell that we're going to use for overhead type work or upper body work. And then you may want a heavier one as well for lower body work. So that's that. As always, do what feels right for your body. So I try to provide lots of options and choices and variations, but if you want to spice it up with some other variation, to make it feel more challenging or dial it back to make it feel just more accessible, depending on whatever you've got going on with you today, because we all got stuff. Cool. So do whatever you need to do to make it work for you. So with that in mind, let's get moving, shall we? So let's start today on our side. And let's just do a little bit of a warm up here. So I want you to just tuck your hands, one arm underneath you, one arm behind you, and then you can have both knees bent. For some of us, this is just more comfortable in the lower back. I kind of like blocking out my leg by having my top leg down and my bottom leg out straight. So you do you. So just start by kind of rolling forward so your elbows go towards each other. Inhale here, start to open up the arms, and as you exhale, just start to rotate your chest and your ribs back. Any amount, you don't need to force it. In fact, I'd recommend that you don't. And then just rolling forward. Let's do that 2 more times. Inhale, exhale, just start to rotate it back. And then taking it forward. 1 more time, start to rotate it back. Hold it here and breathe. Looking over that shoulder, and then bringing it all the way through. And then from here, let's continue on with this little warm up with some hip activation. I'm going to give you 2 choices for what that looks like today. Option 1 is going to be both legs, let's say feet back in line with your sit bones. One hand down, open and close, good old fashioned clamshell. You probably don't need me to explain that to you. We've all seen it before. And then option B is actually, if you want to kind of spice it up for your shoulder, lift up. Hand can go behind the head or on the ground. And then we can clamshell here. So you decide which one you're going to do. If you're up here in the side plank, make sure that as you push down that your chest is open and your shoulder is back. Like I said, do whatever you need to do with this arm. And then let's just start to open and close the leg. I like hand behind the head personally, so I'm going to do that. So what you'll feel is, particularly if you're up here, is not just your hip, but your shoulder and your abs. Yeah, good work. Let's do 2 more. Just saying hello to our butt and our shoulder, getting warm for the work ahead, and then come all the way down. Let's do the other side. So remember your choices. Option A is just down here. Totally cool. Good old fashioned, keep the hips stacked, clamshell, work in your butt. Option B, spice it up, lifting up. So find your preferred position and let's go. Just getting warm. Yes, we still have to twist on this side. It's okay. We'll do that second. How about that? Good. Really push down through that stabilizing arm. Ooh, 2 more. And final one. That is enough of that. Yeah. Come on down. Let's warm up side 2 of our ribs and shoulders. So tuck your arms under. Remember, knees can be bent in or bottom leg straight, top leg is forward. Roll forward, inhale here. Exhale to roll back. Pause and breathe. And then take it through. Just do that a few times. On this next one, maybe take it back and hold for an extra moment. And then take it all the way through to rest. All right, let's wake up our posture a little bit more. Let's come on to hands and knees. So, coming on up, take a moment here to situate yourself. Tuck your toes under, press into your hands. Spin your elbows forward, lengthen out through your neck, And then there's a few different ways to do this. We're just going to do some sternum drops. Sometimes I think they get called rhomboid push-ups, where you're going to let your shoulder blades come together. Then you're going to push through your hands and you're going to let your shoulder blades come apart. So just a few like that. Now, some of you are not going to feel your shoulders when you do this. This just isn't quite enough challenge. So if this is challenge, great. But if you need more, you can do the same thing in a plank position, right? You could also do it here. I think this angle is a little funky though. I like being right over my arms. So I'd say knees all the way under you or all the way out would be my two preferences. Again, no shame in this one. I rather like this one most days. Good. One more. Okay, from here, take your knees maybe a little wider. Sit your buns back. Take one hand, put it on your forehead. And then from here, let's rotate up and rotate down a few times. And again, if you need an option, if sitting back is not for you, guess what? It's the same exercise. Just up here. So this is another choice. Good, put it down. Let's switch sides, either child's pose style or here where we're kneeling, your call. If you're wondering why do it like this, if you can get in a child's pose without pain, it just stops you from using your lower back as much, isolates the upper back where we tend to be a little stiffer. Okay, good work. Come on out of that. From here, transition onto your belly. One more thing and then we're done with this little warm-up experience. So come on down for a moment. Take your feet a comfortable distance apart. I'm a fan of about sits bone distance parallel, but you, my friend, might like wide and turned out or even legs together. So explore what works for you. Take a few breaths in and out. Filling up your belly, filling up the back ribs. Let everything expand and open. One more like that. Just feeling the length through your spine and the space in your spine. And then from here, hover your head a little bit. So a little bit of extension work, waking up the back line of the body. Great for when we start setting ourselves up for things like deadlifts and squats. Take your arms out in front of you. Make fists and set it up so it's like if you were hitchhiking, your thumb would be facing up towards the ceiling. And then from here, I want you to lift the right arm and the left leg. Touch it down. Try to keep those knees straight. Left arm, right leg, or, you follow. Opposite arm and leg. How about that? Now, if this does not feel accessible on your shoulder, you can do this with elbows bent, and the range of motion is smaller, so it'll feel a little easier if your shoulders are not reaching overhead very well today for any reason, or you got something going on. Good. Just feeling that activation in the back line of the body. One more. And let that all go. Nice work. That's enough of that. Let's move into some more standing and loaded work because today's class really is strength, not prep. So I'm just going to get my mat out of the way. If you find that you like the mat for anything, have it close by. You may end up wanting it to kneel on or something, but for me, it's just another thing to trip on in my world. So there's that. Okay, so from here, let's start with a couple squats, shall we? So perhaps grab your lighter kettlebell today to start with, because we are going to add a haloing effect with this. So what you're going to do is you're going to hold your kettlebell upside down, like so, and then take your legs out wide in a slight turn out. So from here, you're going to take an inhale, exhale, sit down. Hold here at the bottom. You're going to halo one way. The halo is optional, by the way, just adds for a little bit of fun. Halo the other way and stand up. We're going to go for 5 of those. Halos are harder at the bottom, aren't they? Try it again. Halo being optional. Maybe you just hold your squat today. That's fine too. Halo and stand up. Taking it down. Now, if your squat's a little higher, maybe it looks like this. No worries, right? You decide what low is in a squat. Knees roughly in line with the second toe. Stand up one more time. Sit down, halo. Halo. And stand. Good job. Place that down for just a moment. Shake it out. Okay, from here, we're going to move into our first set of rows. So for today, 2 choices. If you have 2 kettlebells, probably one of them is going to be, usually it's the lighter, but not always. One of them is going to be the more appropriate weight for rowing. So let me show you a band option if you don't have your kettlebells. And then I'll show you the kettlebell option, which I'm going to demo first. So if you are just rowing with the band, you're going to step on it, you're going to cross it, you're going to pick a side, you're going to dust off your pant legs, somehow you collect lint, and you're just going to do 5 pulls like so on one side, really 5 to 8, and then on the other. You'll be with us. So that's going to be if you're banding it. If you're kettlebelling it, you're going to join me. You're going to grab both kettlebells, and we're going to do something called a sumo row today. So what that looks like is your legs are going to be kind of wide, sumo squat style. You're going to come down. You're going to anchor into the bell that you're not pulling from. So for me, that's my big one. I'm pulling my little guy today. And then from here, you're going to set yourself up, and you're just going to pull it. Exhale, pull. Inhale, lower. Join in when you're ready. We're going to shoot for 6, let's say, today. If you need more to really feel it in your shoulder and your back, great. For me, that's 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Do your bonus rounds if you need them. Stand up, shake out, quick change. Right? Once you have that there, I always am a fan of taking a moment to set up first, feel established, and then go second. So send your butt back, come down, anchor with one arm, set up arm 2, and when you're ready, exhale, pull, inhale over. 1, 2, let the shoulder follow the elbow. 3, 4, 5, and 6. Good work. Stand up. Quick shake. Nice job. All right. Last thing we're going to do today is a hinge exercise, which has some core and some shoulder work built into it. So again, as always, there are choices. So let me show them to you. If you need a mat for your knee, now's a good time to grab one while I'm in demo mode. Yeah. So as far as how to do this, I'm going to be demoing with my little kettlebell, but again, choices. So something that you can do, and this is going to be called watch me get confused. Nope, that's right. You're going to push it up in the air. So if you have the band, you're going to sit back, touch, take it up, and reset. So where that band goes is up for debate. It could be in front or behind your leg. Figure out what feels the least awkward. They're both fine, to be honest. It's just providing feedback for the shoulder, or you can do the same thing with the kettlebell. So you decide which one you're going to do today, right? So set yourself up. The leg that's out, Captain Morgan style, is the same arm that's going to be up overhead. You can also do this no weight. So then when you're ready, you're going to sit your butt back, slide your hand out, watch the bell or the band out of the corner of your eye, sit back, come up. Again, sit down, slide out. Let's do 3 on each side today. And come up. One more time. Sit back, slide out, sit back, stand tall. That's enough of that. Lower it down. Let's do the other side, shall we? So kick a leg out. Same side arm as leg. Pop the band around that foot. That arm will be up if you got the band. Otherwise, grab your kettlebell, bring it overhead thoughtfully, and again, sit back, touch, sit back, and stand. That's it. Sit back, touch, sit back, and stand. One more. Sit back, touch, sit back, and stand. Lower the weight thoughtfully or the band thoughtfully. Let that come down, shake out. Let's come up to standing. We are going to do all of that one more time. So to recap, if you have the kettlebell, probably the smaller one, squat down, halo, halo, stand up, times 5. If you want to just hold the squat at the bottom, skip the halo, totally fine. You do what works for you today and based off of whatever equipment you have with you today. So grab the kettlebell, set yourself up, Find your comfortable standing position for squats. Feet are slightly wider than hips and maybe toes a little turned out. When you're ready, sit down any amount. Halo, halo, and stand. You can also fuss with your squat stance each time if you want. Now, of course, if you have the range, I have the range, you can go kind of like ASS to grass, right? But you do not have to. I'm showing you this is valid. Good. Everyone's squat range is different. I am hypermobile, so I get to have lots of range, but that also means I get to have all the problems that come with it, learning how to control it. So don't envy me all the time. I think we have one more. We're going to call this 5 if it was 4. Oh well. Good. And stand up. Nice job. Okay, place that down. All right, now you've got your sumo kettlebell row, or you have the banded row. So I'm going to just quickly show the band option if you don't like the kettlebell one or you don't have the right equipment today. So first option, if you're doing the band, you're doing the same number. It's just you're going to step on it, you're going to cross your band, butt back, pull, pull times 5, and then pull, pull, pull times 5. I think we did we do 5 or 6? Something like that, right? So let's say 6, anywhere in the 6 to 8, 6 to 12 range, just depending on how heavy your weight is versus how strong your shoulder is. You should feel some muscle activation, fatigue, and a little bit of burning by the time you're at the end. So if my rep counts feel too low or too high, just bias them up or down based off of what you need to do to feel the target muscle engage. All right, when you're ready, take it down. I'm using my lighter weight to row, so that's the side I'm starting on. And when you're ready, anchor down through the one arm, no twisting. And let's go. 1. Exhale, pull, inhale, lower. 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Good work. Stand up. Give that a quick little shake. Let's trade it out. Okay, and when you're ready, we're going to take it down, square off, and let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Stand up, shake, breathe. All right, last thing we have is that hinge with that overhead pressing option. So if you're going to use your kettlebell, it will most likely be the lighter one, but it depends. So I'm going to demo with the band this time, but let me show you the kettlebell option. The movement is the same. So if you have a kettlebell, you're going to have it overhead, same side as the leg that's out to the side, taking it out, touching, sitting back, taking it up. Yep. All right, that is the kettlebell version. However, there's a band version too. All right, so if it's the band version, same arm, same leg. I truly don't know whether it's more annoying to have the band in front or behind your leg. You decide. All right, when you're ready, sit your butt back, arm overhead, touch and anchor. Check that your shoulder's not in your ear, shoulders out of ears. Sit your butt back, come on up. So you do want that shoulder not to be in front of your ear, but it is gliding a little bit up, by the way. It's kind of following the same trajectory as your arm. Take it back. Touch, watching the hand out of the corner of your eye. You're watching the top hand in the corner, out of the corner of your eye. One more. Back. Touch. Back. And up. Good work. Side 2, yes? All right. So get the band up. I think in front of the leg is less annoying. That's what I'm going to go with today. Reach the arm overhead. When you're ready, take it back. If you don't use a weight or a band, that is fine, by the way. Try to keep that wrist straight. Up and square off. And again, back, touch, back, and up once more. Back, touch, back, and up. Good job. Let that go. We are done with our first round of exercises. From here, let's transition up to standing. Circuit number 2. So today we are going to play with some isometric work. Why? You don't need a lot of weight to feel it. I'm sorry. It's like a love-hate thing. Think of it that way, but you'll be stronger when it's over. So if lunges are normally not in your wheelhouse, this may make lunging more accessible. But of course, if lunging is not for you, you have an option. So what it's going to look like is you have the option of holding onto a weight, or if balance is an issue, holding onto the wall, or if you need more other resistance, putting the band around your foot. I will end up showing it with the band and the weight in a moment. But what's going to happen here is, you know, you could also just hold the weight here. You're going to hold for about a count of 10. A little lower, hold for about a count of 10. Hold, deepest position for about a count of 10. Stand all the way up. So that's how that's going to work. And then we're going to repeat it on the other side. If you're not lunging today with the weight or with the band, hold, squat, stand up. Yep. And it just means that when we switch legs for the lunge, you, my friend, will get to do squats again. So your call. You may or may not need the lighter or the heavier band. I do have to tell you, these get burny and hard pretty fast. If you're using the band, I'm a fan of just having it under the foot and then holding on with like suspender hands or suspender arms here. And then that's going to be your resistance. For me, I would need the heavier band, but that's the demo. Otherwise, you can grab a kettlebell. How do you want to hold that kettlebell? That's up to you. You can hold it with two hands, goblet style. You can hold it and rack it at your shoulder, or you can even just hold it down by your side. So you decide. If you hold it racked at your shoulder like this, you're still building pressing strength for that overhead press. Just FYI, but there's plenty of strength in just holding it. So decide where you're going to be. I'm going to show it the kettlebell first. Find your squared off position. Yes, your chest may drop a little forward to get out of the lower back. Allow the back knee to bend as much as the front knee. Down 3/4 the way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I already regret this. 9, 10. A little lower. 1, 2, 3, 4. Remember the walls there. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. One more time. 1, 2, 3, 4. Gaze up. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Stand. How many times did I say we're doing that? 3. Okay, let's do it again. When you are ready, take it down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. A little lower. What if your arm gets tired? Keep the weight or put it down. You can hold it here. 2, 3. Activate that shoulder if you're here. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. A little lower still. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Stand up one more time. Is the burn there yet? It is for me. All right. Find your position. Check that you're not just looking at the ground. That's my habit. Try to look straight forward. Let's do this. Bend the knees. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Breathe. 7, 8, 9, 10. A little lower. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Lowest. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Stand up. I believe that was 3. Let's switch sides. So when you're ready, remember you can always just do a squat. Find your position. You can have the weight or not. When you're ready, square off your pelvis to the front of the room, square off your chest, maybe soften the ribs a little if you tend to stand in a back bend, which is what my habit is. Remember, the wall is always there if you need it. Bend both knees, down 1/3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. A little more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. A little more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Stand up. 2 more times, friends. Let's do this. Bend the knees. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. A little more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Remember the wall. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. A little more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. What if your shoulder is burning as much as your legs? You can keep the weight. Maybe just hold it here. Check that doesn't slump you forward. Shoulder back. Final round. Let's do this. Bend the knees. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Knees bend. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. A little more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Stand. Shake. Enough of that. Let's put the weight down. All right, last thing we're going to do, we're going to transition to the floor. Why? Because I want to lie down, but still work. Yeah. So here's the deal. We're going to do single arm chest presses. So what that's going to look like is dependent on your equipment. If you have a band, probably the heavier one, but maybe the lighter one, you're going to be on your back. You're going to press up and lower down. Pick a side. If you need to make it heavier, just tighten the band so you have, and this other arm I have is just anchoring the band for me. This is my pressing side, right? So you can always tighten it for more or use your kettlebell if the kettlebell is the right size. We're gonna go for about 6 to 10 presses on each side. I'll probably count to 6 or 8. You do it the number that works for you, and then we'll, of course, do side number 2, yeah? Okay, so when you're ready, have your weight set, press it up towards the ceiling. All right, square off your pelvis or put the band behind your ribs. Let's go. Lower down, inhale, exhale up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, maybe 2 more, why not? 7, and 8. From here, just roll to the side to park the bell, if you have one. And then you can sit up and slide the bell around, or if your bell is light enough, you can literally just kind of glide it over. Your call on that. Let's do side number 2. So rolling to our side. Grab the weight, bring it out to the side. This arm can do whatever it needs to. I often keep it here for stability, squaring off your pelvis, squaring off your ribs on the mat. And when you're ready, let's go. 1, 2, 3. If you need, sometimes kind of squeezing that other fist can help get a heavy weight up there, and then releasing the fist on the way down. 5, 6, 7, and 8. Good work. Lower down, park your weight, shake out. All right, let's flip over. Let's do a little core move to finish off this particular circuit. So what's going to happen? Choice, always, right? So option A, if you prefer a knee down option here, is you're just going to go leg out, curl in, leg out, and down, switching sides, yeah? Option B is going to be a plank, where we're going to go out, in, and touch, and then switch sides. So let's actually do this, because I can't count and I'll get confused each time we switch. Let's just do 4 on each side without stopping. How about that? And then we'll switch, because I'm a terrible counter. Okay, so when you are ready, either in a full plank or on hands and knees, get your head in line with the rest of your spine. If it tends to drop, mine always drops. And when you're ready, lift a leg or slide a leg out, and let's go for 4. Rounding in, squaring off, sending it out. Yeah? You also could hover your knee. That's kind of a fun one. Rounding in, sending it out. Or in your plank, rounding in, sending it out. One more time. Rounding in, sending it out. Lower, down. Let's switch sides. Pick up your leg number 2. And then when you're ready for 4, round in, send it out. Yeah? Round it in, send it out. Remember the options. You can do knee hover, round in, send it out, or knee down, round it in, send it out, let it come down. Ooh, give that a little shake. Come to standing. We do it all again. Okay, so we are back into our lunges of fire. So remember, you can hold your kettlebell here, you can hold a kettlebell here, or you can hold a kettlebell here, or you can join me with the resistance band. Your choice. You can go heavier with that band or lighter with that band. So, you know, do what works for you, feel it out. You can always change your mind as well. So if you're doing the band, you're going to have it. I'm not going to go super heavy because my legs are tired today and I don't want to fry them too much. Again, you can also feel it out. Some days I would go for the heavier band if I was feeling really froggy, but I'm still not fully recovered from lifting on Saturday. So guess what? I'm going to keep it light. So of course you can have a wall for balance or use no resistance at all. And squats are the option instead if lunges are not for you. Okay, find your lunge position. And when you're ready, bend your knees about a third of the way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. A little more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. A little more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Stand up. 2 more times of that fun. Let's do it. Bend the knees. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And deeper. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Deeper still. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All the way up. Whew, the burn is real. One more time. Let's do it. Bend your knees. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Deeper. 1, 2, 3, 4. This is about the time that I enter in a bad sex joke. 7, 8, 9, 10. One more time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Stand up. Ease out. Guess what? We do it again. So switch arms if you need to. Switch legs for sure. Unless you're in a squat. And then have fun with that double trouble. All right. Other leg back. Find your position. Fall over if you need to. All right. So again, the tendency is to sort of lift the ribs. So see if you can sort of soften the ribs and then figure out like where your gaze needs to be for your head to feel like it's on straight-ish. And then when you're ready, let's bend those knees. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Drop down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Deeper. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Stand up. 2 more rounds and you're done with this. Soften your knees and let's go. 1, 2. Good. Stick with that. Remember the option. I'm just going to demo it. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Deeper. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Deepest. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Stand up. One more time. Any of the versions that I have shown you, they all count. Let's go. A third down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Drop in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Little deeper. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Stand up. Ease out. Thoughtfully lower your weight or your band. Okay, from here, let's transition to the floor for those chest presses. Quick reminder, this time I'm going to demo with the band, but so you've seen it, right? Kettlebell option is great. Looks like this. So your starting position will be here with the kettlebell if you're using the kettlebell, right? If you're not using the kettlebell, grab the band of your choice. Again, it just depends on if you need the heavier or the lighter one. Put it behind your ribs, like so. This arm that's not moving is anchoring the band. I kind of grab it wherever I need to have the right amount of tension for this side. So slackening it will make it feel lighter. Choking up will make it feel heavier. Okay, when you're ready, feet pressing into the floor, let's go. about 8. So 6 to 12 is our range. 1, 2, that's it. 3, 4, exhale and inhale. 7 and 8. That might have been 7. Let's do one more for good measure. That was 8 to 9. Good enough. Okay, now here's the deal. Move your kettlebell to the other side if you're using the kettlebell, or just simply choke up as needed for side number 2. So now I'm going to sort of choke up here, and now my other hand has the loop. Square off. Hopefully you're set up with your kettlebell. Start with both elbows on the ground, equal weight across both feet, both hips, and both sides of your rib cage. Let's go. 1, 2, straight wrist, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Good job. Let that all go. Ease out of that. And now we have our core move to finish. 4 on each side. Yes? So remember, this can be done knees down, knees hover, or full plank. I'll show a little bit of each. The moving leg does the same thing though, no matter what. So keep that in mind. So we're going to go for 4 to each side. Take a moment to square off in your full plank or with knees hovering. Reach a leg. All right, when you're ready, let's go. 1 and out. 2, remember you can always hover the knee for more, right? 3, that's it. And 4. Lower the leg, square off side number 2 when you're ready. 1, 2, really round that back and lengthen that back, yeah? Option 3 and option 4. Let that go, ease out, give that a little shake. All right, let's do one final thing to finish this all off, and then a quick stretch, and I'll have you on your way. So what shall we do to finish? Let's do just a smidge of conditioning. So come to standing. Here's the deal. I'm only going to make you do it once, maybe twice. So it's not so bad. It's quick. So the idea behind this is to move a little bit faster. Why do we want to move a little bit faster? 2 reasons. Gets your heart rate up and reaction time. As we get older, our reaction time gets slower. We don't move as fast. And then when we have to right ourselves, when something, say, goes quote unquote wrong in real life, we step off a curb wrong or something, we're not as agile to fix it. So that's the idea behind this stuff, is getting kind of those fast twitch fiber muscle groups moving just a little bit more. So we're going to do air squats today. If you don't want to jump, you don't have to jump. So keep that in mind. Control the depth as you need to. Your version of fast might be different than my version of fast. It's all absolutely fine. So option 1 is just here. Notice I'm going quick, but I'm not jumping. My heels aren't even leaving the ground, right? Option 2, I'm lifting onto my toes, right? Option 3, I got a little hop going. So you decide which one you want to do. Ways to make it harder: jump bigger, go deeper, or go quicker. Any or all of those will do it. So mix and match. Here's the deal. We're going to go for 30. I know, but then it's done. So it's not so bad. So I'll count it down in rounds of 10 because I'm not sure I know how to count to 30 anymore. All right, find your position and let's go. 1, 2, remember the choices. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's it. 9, 10. 2 more rounds. 1, 2, option. Notice you can see me from the side. It's quick. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. One more round. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Whew. All right. Hopefully your heart rate feels like it's up. If you need some bonus work, do another round or 2 of those. I won't judge you. If you want a little bit more. Otherwise, that was enough cardio for me in this moment. Let's cool it down. So what I'd like you to do is find a seated position. If you need to be up on a block or a chair, totally fine. This leg that's not stretching can do anything you want it to do. I don't care. Grab your lighter band if you have one. Put it around your foot. Find your nice upright position. And I just want you to work through your ankle, little point and flex. One more. And then from here, I'm going to hold on to my band with my opposite hand. I'm going to place my hand down. I'm going to lift my chest and lean a little forward as I traction my arm back for a stretch. And then I'm going to come on up. We're going to do that on the other side. So pop the band around your other foot. Pull your leg in. Hold on with both hands or one. That's really your call. And yes, I have to do a little finagling not to lose the band, so you might have to as well. Keep it around your foot. Pull it back. I'm going to hold on with my opposite hand. I'm going to kind of row it back. My free hand is going to go on the ground. I'm going to lift my chest and lean just enough to feel a hamstring stretch. Doesn't need to be nose to knee or any of that gets thrown around. I like to go just enough to feel it, and for me, that's plenty. All right, from here, ease out of that. Let's bring the soles of our feet together. Any amount. Find a butterfly stretch. You know the drill. Your knees may not be on the ground or low to the ground like mine. Yours might be up here. That's your stretch. That is fine. If it feels good for you, you can hinge a little forward. If you want to put your face on your feet, you can. I have no desire to. This is where I'm going to end for today for me on this particular stretch. All right, from here, ease out. Lean back, cross one ankle over the knee. Wiggle your hands in, wiggle your butt back. Find your preferred stretch for figure 4. If your knee elbows are bent or you look totally different than I do, it's fine. We all have different bodies. We're all going to look different stretching. Ease out of that. Cross your other ankle over. Lift your chest. Find that stretch here. All right, ease out of that. Sit crisscross applesauce or mermaid leg style. Take a hand down, take an arm up. Reach that arm. This is kind of your bonus stretch through your shoulder too, or hand behind the head, your preference. Rotate down, rotate up. Come center. Come on up. Switch your legs if you've got them mermaid style. Hand down, shoulder out of ear, arm up, side bend. Play with your positioning, hand behind head or hand stays overhead. Rotate down. Rotate up. Come to the middle. Find any comfortable seated position. Thumbs up, thumbs down, open your hands, press your arms back, slide your shoulders out of your ears. You can even play with maybe nodding the head one way. Looking over one arm or the other. Bring your arms a little bit lower. Keep stretching them so they're a little more to the side bodies. Continue those gentle head turns. Slow. Ear to shoulder one more time. Shake that out. Take one nice big stretch up. Take one nice big stretch down. You're welcome to keep stretching if you wish. Otherwise, I'm going to call you good though for today's class. Just thank you so much for joining me in this one. I hope you got a good workout.